All righty. The Wearing of the Greens, a play in 2 acts by Mark Rothman. Act 1, Scene 1. The setting is, it takes place in numerous TWA Airlines Ambassador Club lounges. The year is 1999. Over black, we hear, Flight 931, service from West Palm Beach to Dallas, now departing from Gate 3. Repeat, Gate 3, this is your final boarding call. As the curtain rises, we are in the Ambassadors Club Lounge in the West Palm Beach, Florida airport. There is a uniformed ticket agent manning a podium and a traveler seated in the lounge being served a drink by a cocktail waitress as Mel, Jack, Faye, and Liz enter the lounge together. Mel crosses to the ticket agent as Jack wanders the lounge and off stage while Faye moves to the traveler sitting right next to him. Liz settles down on a couch. She is wearing a silly-looking sombrero.
They're with us.
Hi, we're not members. Our children are members. Maybe you know them.
No, I don't.
No? Oh.
Jack re-enters.
I thought it was the bathroom.
Not the bathroom.
It looked like the bathroom.
Not the bathroom.
Faye is crossed downstage to peer out the lounge window.
Ma.
Mel, look how big the planes are.
Yeah, they're big. They're big planes, Ma.
Mel leads Faye to a couch next to Jack.
You want me to sit over here?
Do you need to see my card?
Faye rises and crosses to the ticket agent.
Can we not read the stage directions? Is it okay?
Absolutely.
Great. Yeah, great.
Oh, hi. We're their parents. They came to visit us from all across the country just because their father was sick. My son's going back to Cleveland with his team, and Liz, she's going back to Indianapolis where she lives with her husband, but they don't have direct flights. Mel is going to meet his team in Chicago, and Liz has to change planes in Atlanta.
They don't care, Ma.
Is that the Concorde?
The Concorde?
Not the Concorde.
It looks like the Concorde.
It's not the Concorde.
You sure you don't want a hat?
I don't wear a hat.
We can get you one, too.
I don't wear a hat.
Mom, you want something to drink?
No, thanks.
Huh?
Not me.
It's free.
Maybe I'll have something.
Can I get you anything?
Oh, hi. We had a rush to the airport. We didn't have breakfast. We didn't know their flights would be delayed.
They don't care, Ma. Nothing for me, thanks.
Me either.
Have you got any cheese?
There are pretzels and crackers at the bar. I don't think we have cheese.
No, that's all right. I'll just have some coffee.
Oh, that sounds good. You know, I'll have some coffee too.
Cream and sugar?
Just cream for me.
Jack, the doctor said you shouldn't have cream.
But they don't have cheese.
You shouldn't have cheese either.
I'm not. They don't have it.
The doctor said no whole milk or whole milk products. It makes phlegm.
Ma.
Excuse me, mucus. Do you have any non-fat skim milk?
I'm afraid not.
He'll have it black.
I'll have it with cream.
Why don't you just bring it black? Bring cream on the side. We'll fight about it while you're gone.
Fine. How would you like your coffee, ma'am?
Just sugar. 2 lumps. No. 3 lumps. No. 2 lumps.
I'll bring the bowl.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
He wants to.
Oh, this is nice.
It's a hell of a lot nicer than waiting around in the terminal.
The airline has clubs like this in most of the airports.
Yeah, it's good. Makes flying a little bit less terrifying. Well, you know, you really don't have to wait around with it. You know, because we know you have things to do.
We've got a little time before the funeral.
Look, please, give Mrs. Hirsch my condolences.
Yeah, mine too, please.
Yeah, I will. And don't feel badly that you had to leave and couldn't stay for the funeral. Don't worry. I'll explain it to Mrs. Hirsch.
What's to explain? Why should I feel badly?
The man died.
A lot of people die. You didn't even know him before you went into the hospital. You were only there a week. All he was to you was the guy in the next bed.
Maybe when you're older, you'll understand.
I said, I understand. And what does it have to do with me? I only knew the man for 3 days.
Al, leave it alone.
And half those 3 days, he was in a coma.
What are you getting so excited about? Nobody's making you go.
Here you go. Everything's on the side.
Even the coffee.
No.
That was a joke.
Oh,
He jokes like that all day long.
It never stops.
You know, I don't think she even recognizes you.
Oh, please.
you do look kind of familiar.
Baseball.
You're a ball player.
No. Sportscaster.
He does play-by-play.
I don't watch much sports.
Oh, well, how do you do? I'm Joe Garagiola.
Nice to meet you.
He's not.
Would you let it go, Ma?
If you need anything else, just let me know. Bye, Joe.
Why do you have to do that?
Because I don't enjoy telling perfect strangers that I'm somebody they've never heard of. Don't you get it? I'm not famous.
You do all the Seattle games. They must know you here.
I'm not in Seattle. We're in Florida. And I'll bet that most waitresses don't fly to Seattle just to watch me on TV.
All right, you made your point.
I'm proud of you. Can I help it? Jack, put down the cream.
Or I tell you what to eat.
Jack, cream phlegm.
Ah!
Mucus.
Jesus.
If you want to kill yourself, go ahead.
I'm not going to kill myself. I feel fine. I feel like a million, and I'm only 66.
Excuse me, I need a drink.
Well, what is it with him? Everything I say is wrong.
He doesn't have to snap at your mother like that.
He's not happy. I don't know what it is.
Well, whatever it is, he doesn't have to take it out on your mother.
You know, I raised both of you the same. You and I can talk about anything. Oh, Lizzie, you're such a sweet kid. But with him,
No point in getting all upset again. Why don't we go? The funeral's in an hour.
but I didn't even drink my coffee.
It's free.
All right, let's go. Next time, maybe you'll bring Jason too.
Ma, he's busy. A dentist can't just cancel all his appointments like that.
I know.
It isn't easy for me to take off from work and lie in a hospital for a week, but I did it.
Jack,
Well, maybe Jason can come next time.
is everything all right between you and Jason?
Fine.
You can tell us.
There's nothing to tell.
Mel, we're going.
Have a safe flight, Mel.
Do my best.
You sure you don't want a hat?
I don't want a hat. Well, see if you can try and stay on that diet this time, okay, Pop?
Hey, I don't drink anymore. I don't drink any less either.
That's a good one, Pop.
All righty then. Okay, have fun at the funeral.
No.
That's not funny.
You know, God forbid if something went wrong. It could have been your father's funeral.
Well, let's be grateful that it wasn't.
It was just a joke.
Where is the bathroom?
Have fun at the funeral. That's not funny. I feel like I'm a million, but I'm only 66. That's a hoot. He's done that joke every year since I've known him. Every year the joke is the same. Only the number changes. At least I try new material.
At least his joke isn't in bad taste.
Speaking of taste, nice hat.
It made them happy to buy me that hat. Haven't you ever done anything to make someone other than yourself happy? When I was 17 and you were 12, I went off to college and you got... Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Feed me the line again.
Haven't you ever done anything to make someone other than yourself happy?
When I was 17 and you were 12, I went off to college and got my room. If I recall correctly, you were delirious.
Is that the best you can do?
Excuse me. Hello, where you headed?
Greensboro, North Carolina.
Kayla wants to read The Woman.
Hey, jumping
Hi,
on.
I'll take it back.
Okay.
Hi, where you headed?
Greensboro, North Carolina.
Ah, you ever go to Seattle?
No.
Mel, I'm trying to talk to you here.
Excuse me. What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. I always love being abandoned mid-sentence.
Just what did I do that got you all in a snit? And please, just limit your answer to the current year. What's the problem?
You could have stayed at the house.
What?
You didn't have to stay at a hotel.
I'm on the road all the time. I always stay in hotels. What's the big deal?
The big deal is that Mom wanted you to. It would have been like the old days, all of us under one roof, like a family.
One-bedroom apartment. Where was I supposed to sleep?
You could have slept on the floor.
Oh, great. There's peace in our time, and I wake up looking like Quasimodo.
If it was so important, I would have given you the couch. I would have slept on the floor. Hell, Mom would have given up her bed for you.
Yeah, and she'd sleep on the floor.
No, she'd sleep on the couch. I'd sleep on the floor.
Oh, that makes me some nice guy, having my mother and my sister sleep on the couch and the floor.
You're not supposed to make us sleep on the couch and floor.
What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to sleep on the floor, or we could have borrowed a cot. She just wanted all of us under one roof.
How could we be under one roof? Pop's in the hospital. If being under one roof was so important, then we should have gone to all that. Then we should have gone down there and bunked with Pop and the late Mr. Hearst.
You have to be so glib.
Glib is what pays the rent. It's not easy for me to turn it on and off.
Let's face it, you stayed at the hotel because you knew it would make her miserable.
I stayed at the hotel because I knew staying at the apartment would make me miserable.
If it makes you so miserable, why do you bother to come at all?
Because she calls me up. She says, it's a matter of life and death. And it's my father, and I'm supposed to love him, and I'm supposed to be here. It's like the other 4 times one of them was dying. But there's nothing in my deal about staying at the apartment.
You're supposed to love him? You mean you don't?
I suppose I do. I'm supposed to, so I do. Okay, I suppose.
It was 8 times.
Wow.
That one of them was sick. I was here 4 other times you couldn't make it. Was there anything about that in your deal?
We're doing this again. All right. Once and for all, I work. I do not have the luxury of taking any time off that I want to, okay? I don't get that many days off during the season.
You're a big shot. You can do whatever you want.
Big shot! I'm not exactly the hottest thing on television. You have any idea what it's like to devote at least 3 hours a week trying to convince an aging first baseman that he's got at least 2 good seasons left in him, because if he retires, they'll give him my job in a minute, and then I'm out of baseball.
I don't know. You've been belly aching like this for 10 years. You've never been out of work.
Must I draw you a diagram? Huh? Started in Chicago, then I went to Kansas City, then Milwaukee, and I couldn't stick in any of them. And I don't know why. I'm good at what I do. But my markets keep getting smaller and smaller, and now I'm hanging on by a thread in Seattle. I'm the only one I know who is my age and downwardly mobile. I got no place to go except for the minor leagues, or maybe hockey, or maybe, I don't even want to think about it. Oh, God. I don't want to end up doing soccer.
So that's why you missed the other 4 times?
Look, I got 3 days off during the All-Star break, and I spent them all here. They'd start dying a little more frequently in the off-season. I could catch up with you in no time.
What if one of those 4 times was it? How would you feel?
Listen to yourself. 4 times, 8 times. This is the 8th time that one of them was dying, and they don't die. They never die. Never gonna die. So it's a guy in the next bed who dies. They're gonna end up contracting every disease known to man and still outlive us both.
I don't believe it. You're actually disappointed because they haven't died.
You really think that's the point?
You tell me.
The point is nobody dies this often.
Now, for God's sake, they both had serious illnesses.
I'm sorry, but let's face it, the 2 of them die on a regular basis.
You think they're lying?
Hold on. Wait a second. I don't think she's lying. Be honest, I don't think she's capable. I think he's capable of anything.
Mel, they've been sick. I know. I've spoken to their doctors. And if you've ever shown that much concern, you'd know too.
Did the doctors ever use the word dying?
No.
Say?
But they did say die, as in if she doesn't show some improvement soon, she could die. Isn't that close enough?
And this was said all 8 times.
No. Twice.
Was it here both times?
I think so.
Then that wipes out your 4-point lead. Okay, we're tied.
Oh, so it's a game. That's all this is to you?
I don't think they're lying. But when nobody dies 8 out of 8 times, at least concede me the right to just be an eensy-weensy little skeptical.
They're not lying. Then what's there to be skeptical about?
You're a pinhead. You aware of that, huh? Have you ever, in your travels, heard of the word hypochondriac?
Don't patronize me.
Ah, they're children. They're children. They want attention. They want their friends and their relatives to see what wonderful children they have who will drop whatever they're doing to fly thousands of miles just to hold their hands while they're sick.
It's normal.
Yeah, but they overreact. Anytime one of them has an earache, a sore throat, nosebleed, or a bad case of dandruff, some quack convinces them to have surgery, and suddenly it's life or death.
You left out a heart attack and cancer. Probably just an oversight.
I didn't have a heart attack. He had bypass surgery to prevent a heart attack. But you wouldn't have had to worry about if he didn't eat 30 pounds of cheese a week.
Well, you could. They just got home.
Thank
Well,
God,
you
I
can-
thought it was my wife.
Will you concede that she has cancer, or is that just a bad cold?
I know she has cancer. Just to quell your doubts, I'm not happy about it.
Why does it always fall on me? Why do I have to bear the burden all by myself, all the time?
Look, Mother Teresa, come as often as I can. You walk around carrying all this burden, it's your own fault. Okay?
I care about them. That's what makes me do it. It's natural.
I think I gotta go now. I'm caring and unnatural.
Why did he have to come to me for money?
What?
A few months ago, he couldn't pay all of his medical bills, and he had to ask Jason and me.
You gave him the money.
He's my father. I couldn't refuse him, not like you did.
Told you I refused him.
He was practically in tears. All right, so you're insecure about your job. So are most people.
Well, most people don't have 2 ex-wives to support.
Even so, I'll bet you could buy and sell Jason and me 5 times over. I know you can afford it.
Somebody.
Flight 453, service to Atlanta, now ready for boarding at gate number 6.
You don't understand.
No, I don't. Pop helped you get started in broadcasting. If he hadn't called Uncle Lou and got you that job at his radio station, who knows where you'd be today? He needed the money. He was in trouble. When I hear that, my first thought is, how can I help him? Not how many pounds of cheese he eats. How can you refuse him?
Listen,
No, you listen. I know I wasn't there all the time you were growing up. But I was there most of the time. And from what I saw and what I remember, they gave you a good home to live in. And you got a lot of love. I've never seen anyone get as much love and caring and affection as they gave you. I know I didn't get it.
still bothers you.
It doesn't bother me. Just making a point.
Yeah, just like it doesn't bother you that their family album has hundreds of pictures of me as a child and only 6 of you.
Ugh, I'm over that. Doesn't bother me anymore. You needed all the attention when we were kids. I didn't. I wasn't an emotional cripple, but you were, and you got it. They deserve better from you.
Final call, flight 453, service from West Palm Beach to Atlanta, now boarding at gate 8.
Do me a favor, huh? Think. Think seriously about what you're doing and what you're not doing and how it affects me and how it affects them and what it's going to do to you someday if you don't do something about it. I gotta go.
Forgot your hat.
Act 1, Scene 2, setting the Ambassadors Club Lounge at the Chicago Airport.
I think my legs are going.
Well, you lost 9 out of 11. You blame yourself. Well, you lost 9 out of 11, and you blame yourself. It's a team. No, we're all a team.
Yeah, the team. I should be with the team in the bar getting blitzed.
Your legs aren't going. It's all in your head. Okay, you just got depressed. That's all.
You think so? I don't feel depressed.
It's because it was in your head, and then it went to your legs.
My legs are depressed.
Yeah, I've seen it before. You start hitting again, your legs are going to be as happy as the rest of you.
Well, maybe you're right.
No, there's no maybe about it. I know these things. I've been in therapy.
You know? You're right. Hey, guys,
Yeah.
It was all in my head,
Yeah.
and it went to my legs.
No shit. Flight 818 service from Chicago to San Francisco now boarding at gate 11.
Hey, where you headed?
My name is Jennifer, and I'm not going to Cleveland. I'm going to Los Angeles. You're going out there in a couple of weeks to play the Angels. Would you like me to know if I'd like you to leave me a pass for the game when you're there? I wouldn't. But it's nice of you to offer. I'm married. My wedding ring is at the jeweler's being repaired. That's why I'm not wearing one. In any case, I'm not interested in a one-night stand with some ball player. So thanks anyway.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Mel.
Listen, did any of you happen to speak to...
Jennifer?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Well, just for the record, I'm not a ball player. I'm a sportscaster. I do play-by-play for the Seattle games. But I guess not everyone's a fan.
Take a hike.
Uh-huh.
Flight 21 service from Chicago to Los Angeles now boarding at gate 12.
His legs are depressed. Jesus.
Look, it could happen.
You're Mel Green, right?
You know who I am? I haven't done Sox games for years. Don't tell me they still remember me in Chicago.
I'm not from Chicago.
Oh, Kansas City?
No,
Milwaukee?
no,
Seattle?
no. Actually, I never heard of you.
Now people are going out of the way to tell me that they've never heard of me. I don't even have to bring it up.
No, I mean, I overheard your conversation with the girl.
Jennifer, yeah, that's my finest hour.
You said you did the Seattle games.
Mhm.
Well, I'm Fred Dale.
Oh, yeah. The Fred Daly used to pitch for Houston.
Yeah, that's right. Until my arm got depressed.
Give me a break, will you please?
Sorry. Didn't they tell you about me?
Who?
The owners?
Tell me what?
Well, I'm going to be doing the games with you.
Oh, well, but what about Mickey? He usually does the color.
Well, they told me that we'd all be working the game. I just thought I'd say hello. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Sit down. You do color?
Some, but mostly I do play-by-play. That's what I've been doing in Houston.
Well, that won't work. I mean, you can't have two guys doing play-by-play. We'll step all over each other. I mean, yeah, we don't know each other. We'll both look terrible.
It's not as bad as all that. We're not going to step on each other. They told me that we're not even going to be in the booth together. They told me that I'm going to work the first 5 innings and then you're going to do the rest of the game.
There's got to be some mistake, Mike, because my deal says that that I am the number one play-by-play man. So they can't do this without my approval.
They gave you approval?
Yeah, I know this must be a shock.
Well, how did you get approval?
But they give you sometimes instead of more money. You got any more questions?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get you upset. Hell, I just signed my deal last night. The ink isn't even dry yet. I don't even know what it says. I'm just thrilled to be doing it, and I'm just going where they tell me to go.
I'm sorry. This has to be a mistake. They can't be serious.
Well, they gave me the yellow blazer and a ticket to Cleveland. I don't think it's a joke.
I know, but they have to have my approval. You think that they would at least call and ask me, just a courtesy. Isn't it right?
Maybe they did and you were out.
No, I checked my messages. Nobody called.
You would really tell them that you don't approve? Wow. But good luck. I wouldn't have the nerve to tell the owners that I didn't approve of anything. I don't have that kind of clout.
Neither do I.
So then there's no point getting upset that they didn't call, is there?
No point. You know, you don't have to carry that with you. The airlines, they'll check it for you. You know, they're very good about that sort of thing.
I know. I just wanted to make sure the blazer didn't get lost.
Guys, you could have borrowed mine. You need it till the 6th inning, motherfuckers.
Blackout. Act 1, Scene 3. The Ambassador's Club lounge inside the Atlanta airport. Several hours later, it is now evening. Flight 23 service from Atlanta to New Orleans, now boarding at gate 12.
He's not at work. He's not at home.
Maybe he's on his way to the airport.
We only live 15 minutes from the airport. I won't be getting in for another 2 hours. It doesn't make any sense. He always likes to be home for the 6:30 news with Tom Brokaw.
Maybe he went out to eat.
No, Jason hates eating out alone. I know him. He'd rather stop off at some fast food place and bring home junk to eat.
You've been gone a week. Nobody eats junk food every day for a week.
When we first got married, he ate it every day for a year. It made him real sick. That's when I decided I had to learn to cook.
Maybe you don't know him as well as you think.
What do you mean?
Figure it out. He's not expecting to hear from you. It's dinner time, and a man who hates to eat alone in a restaurant is nowhere to be found.
So?
So, maybe he's not eating alone. Maybe he's with another woman.
Nah. You think so?
Makes sense.
It does, doesn't it?
Wouldn't that be great?
Oh, it'd be sensational.
It's the only explanation. I'm amazed you didn't see it.
Kitty, wait a minute. That's not the only explanation. I mean, let's give him the benefit of the doubt for a minute.
Okay. What else could it be?
Maybe he was taking a shower and couldn't hear the phone ring.
You yourself told me that the only time he takes a shower is when you tell him he needs one.
Yeah.
What do you say that we give us the benefit of the doubt for a minute? This is insanity.
What?
The way we are, the way we live, it's insanity. How much longer do you think I can take it?
I'm sorry, Teddy. I really am. I know it's not an easy relationship.
It's no relationship. It's insanity. God damn it. I want to be married to you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, not just a few hours in an airport hotel room every time you change planes in Atlanta because your folks are sick.
They get sick a lot.
Not enough. Not often enough. You see what I mean by insanity? Look at the way it makes us talk.
You didn't mean it. Neither did I.
Yeah, I know. You know what the worst thing is?
What?
I did mean it. It's not a nice thing to admit about yourself, but I have these thoughts. I sit home alone in my apartment after work and I think to myself, maybe her mother will have a gallbladder attack. Well, sometimes it's the only thing that gets me through the night. Isn't that terrible?
Yes. You know what's even worse?
What?
I do the same thing.
You see what I mean? This is crazy. Why is that worse?
Because this is my own mother and my own father. I know these people and I love them. You're only wishing for strangers to get sick. So I am worse than you are.
Did you ever think seriously about getting a voodoo doll and pins?
No.
No, don't tell me about worse.
Just before I left Florida, I tried to make my brother feel like shit because he only showed up half the time they were sick. Sometimes I think the only reason I show up every time is that it gives me an excuse to see you more often. I shouldn't have talked to him like that.
Well, is he a shit?
Major shit.
Well, then he deserves it. The hell with him.
Still my brother.
A shit's a shit.
I guess.
My brother. He's a terrific guy. You ought to meet him.
I'd like to.
If you were ever in town long enough, you would.
How much older is he than you?
2 years.
Are there a lot of pictures of him when he was a kid?
Oh, sure. I don't have them. My folks have them. I'd like you to meet them too. But good luck.
Are there a lot of pictures of you as a kid?
Yeah, plenty.
Huh.
Why do you ask?
No reason. I just thought I'd like to see what you look like.
Well, I'll bring some with me next time.
Okay.
Hey, maybe next time I'll bring the whole family up to the hotel room. It's the only way you'll ever get to meet them.
Don't start, all right?
I'm sorry. It's a shame, though. You like my brother.
My brother really gets on my nerves.
He's kind of like a charmer.
You know, if it weren't for my brother and his sick sense of humor, we never would have even met.
What are you talking about?
Why do you think the first time we met was here in this room?
I don't know. I was on my way to Boston. You were going to visit your folks. I sat down next to you. I said, geez, I hope the rain lets up. And you told me the story of your life. We don't meet each other.
I don't fly all that much. Why would I belong to a club like this?
I never thought about that.
Last year, I made the trip to Florida twice in a row, and my brother didn't. At some point, I called him on the phone and yelled at him about it. And then on my birthday, he sent me a gift, a lifetime membership card for the Ambassadors Club. On the birthday card, he wrote, "Use it in good health."
That's perverse.
And that is how we met.
So we've got a relationship that's rooted in insanity and created by perversity.
It's not exactly the kind of relationship they write songs about.
It doesn't have to be like this. Why don't you leave him? He's probably with another woman right now.
You don't know that for sure.
What's the difference? Just before, when I brought up the possibility of it, your face lit up like a Christmas tree. Doesn't that tell you anything? You want to leave him. I want you to leave him. I'm sure he wants to leave. He wants you to leave him. So why don't you just leave him?
I don't know. If he wouldn't mind, I probably would leave him.
If he wouldn't mind, you would probably leave him.
If I told him I was leaving and he didn't want me to, I don't think I could handle the guilt.
If he knew, he wouldn't mind.
I have enough guilt from what I'm doing with you now.
You're doing this with me because you need to. We're just trying to make each other happy. If you were happy with him, you wouldn't need me at all.
I know.
If feeling guilty wasn't an issue, would you, Hazel?
Yes.
Oh, damn it, that's not fair. When I realized I loved you more than I loved Lydia, I felt guilty as hell. But I did the only honorable thing I could do. I divorced her.
I can't be pressured like this.
I don't mean to pressure you.
Jason, where are you? I tried to call before. You weren't? Oh, I missed my connecting flight. Yeah, again. Well, you know these airlines, they drive you crazy. So I'm just going to be in about 9:30. No, you don't have to park. I'll meet you outside. Okay. I'll see you then. Bye. He had a flat.
Uh-huh, that's what he said.
Flight 441 service from Atlanta to Indianapolis, now ready for boarding at gate 27.
It is entirely possible he had a flat.
I know. Oh, look, let's suppose it's 50 years from now. You and Jason have been married for 60 years. He's 87 years old. He has a stroke. He's on his deathbed. You're by his side, and with his last breath, he says, "Remember back in the late 90s, those times I said I went out for something to eat? I was carrying on with the girl from Jack in the Box. How stupid would you feel?"
This is what I meant by pressure.
The exit. Blackout. Act 1, Scene 4. The Ambassadors Club Lounge at the Miami airport. It is now several months later.
Teddy, I'm at the Miami airport. Teddy, she's dying. No, I know I've said it before. I think this time it really is it. You should have heard him. He's talking about cemetery plots. So I don't think I can see you on the way back. Well, for one thing, I'll be in mourning. Boy, Teddy, that was really thoughtless. And if there's a funeral, Jason will probably fly down for it. So don't expect to hear from me. It's not going to be easy for me to get to a public phone. No, not ever, just in the next few days. I'm not telling you to stay home every night. That's your own decision. Teddy, I'm under duress here. They're calling my flight now. I've got to go. Goodbye, Teddy.
Flight 217, service from Miami to San Juan, now boarding at gate 14.
Hey, where you headed?
Ah!
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's another 5 years of therapy right there. Well, this is a small world.
No, now that I think of it, it's not that small. It does sort of make sense. I might run into you here. I asked Pop what flight you were coming in on, then I connected to the same flight.
Why?
So Pop wouldn't have to make 2 trips to the airport.
Why didn't I think of that?
Why would you? It would involve thinking of someone other than yourself. It would set a precedent.
And this is where I came in.
Does that work?
What?
Hitting on women at random?
Almost never. Especially in places like this. I'm always going someplace else, and the best you can hope for is a phone number and a reason to go to where she lives sometime. Or you can hope for a snowstorm that'll close the airport, but of course that's seasonal.
That's your new team?
Indoor soccer.
Gee, you have it tough.
Nice to see that you've mellowed.
She's really dying this time. I mean it.
I'm here, aren't I?
Where are you going to stay?
Holiday Inn.
You shit.
No, she's in the hospital. She's the one who cares all about us being under one roof. Am I right?
That's right.
So she's not even going to be there. And Pop couldn't care less where I stay.
She doesn't have to be there. It would be enough for her just to know that you're staying at the house.
So tell her I'm staying at the house. I don't care. Tell her whatever you want.
I can't lie to her.
Not because she's dying.
No, because I can't get away with it. I never lie to her. She always sees right through me.
I know, me too.
I swear, sometimes I think she has radar.
All right, so let Pop tell her. Okay, I bet he could pull it off. And then all you have to do is nod in agreement, okay? Can you handle that?
Can't you stay at the house?
No, I can't.
You just bend a little bit, just this once?
No.
If Pop needs money for the funeral, am I going to have to pay for that too?
All right, I haven't rushed to talk to you about this because I thought it would be more grief than it was worth, but I see that it's going to keep coming up, so I'm going to attempt to set the record straight.
Oh, God, I can't wait to hear this.
When you said you paid the hospital bills, you didn't actually see the bills, did you?
Why would I need to see the bills? This is her father we're talking about.
So you just gave him the money.
Mailed him a check, yes. What are you getting at? It's you, I think.
When he asked me to pay those bills, I told him he would.
Then why did he come to me?
You see? Even though this was my father we're talking about, I had the bad taste to ask to see the hospital bills.
You didn't trust him and he got miffed. I don't blame him.
Yeah, sure, he got miffed. But it wasn't a matter of trust. I thought that if I had the actual bills and send the money to the actual hospital, I'd have a shot at a tax write-off. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
So that's what happened?
What happened?
That's it. That's your big setting the record straight?
Liz, he lied.
What do you mean he lied?
The bills. Their medical insurance covered the bills. He wanted the money so that he and Mom could go to Vegas with their friends.
How do you know that?
Because he told me. After berating me for invading his privacy, he blurted out the truth. And he wasn't all that ashamed about it at all. I didn't think I owed him a trip to Vegas. And after this insult to my intelligence, I didn't feel like doing it out of gratitude, and that's why I turned him down. And that's when I assume he calls you.
He must have had a good reason.
Reason? His reason was that the desert air would be good for their health. So it's the same as medical bills. He actually said that.
Well, I guess the trip might have done them some good.
That's the reason they moved to Florida in the first place, for their health. So how much healthier do you think Las Vegas is? I've been to Las Vegas, not healthier than anything. Face it, Pop tried to pick your pocket. And when that didn't work, Pop tried to pick my pocket. And when that didn't work, he picked yours.
I don't believe it.
You don't believe me? I'll say it all in front of Mom. She'll use her radar, and you'll know I'm not lying.
No, I believe you. I just can't believe you did this to me.
I don't want to tell you this, and I'm enjoying it, but it's true. You financed his trip to the crap tables. Don't you ever wonder where he got the money for it?
He told me he won the trip in a raffle.
He didn't.
Jason was really upset. We were going to use the money to go to the Bahamas. We were going to try to...
Well, look at it this way. If Mom actually does die this time, you gave her the only chance she ever had to see Wayne Newton.
Why would he lie to me like that?
I asked myself the same question when he lied to me. I got a theory about it. Okay, tell me if this sounds right.
Okay.
All right, here goes. He doesn't care about us. And he probably wishes that we were never born.
Oh, you're crazy.
Has he ever done anything to make you feel wanted?
I don't remember.
Neither do I.
So why were we born? Have you got a theory about that?
Hmm? She wanted to have children. He wanted to make her happy. He was just doing what he was supposed to do, what was expected of
I
him.
don't want to hear this. They loved us. We were wanted.
You say so. Theory. But I think he's in business for himself, and that's why he thinks that I owe him something. Because to him, the books aren't balanced. Maybe he thinks they aren't balanced with you either.
But why didn't he just ask me for the money for the trip?
You have given it to him?
Jason wouldn't have let me.
Of course he wouldn't, and Pop knew it. There were certain words in the English language that, in the hands of an artiste, are virtually guaranteed to turn guilt into money. Hospital bills. That's one such example. Caesar's Palace? Nah.
It was that important for him to go on that trip that he had to lie to me about it. Maybe he does feel like I owe him something.
What's the matter with you? Don't tell me you're going to start hating yourself because you haven't done enough for them.
I'm not going to start hating myself.
Why not? You hate me because you don't think I've done enough for them.
I don't hate you.
Well, you don't like me very much. It's not because I used to shoot you in the ears with my water gun when you were 6. Where's the God? What happened to us? When we were kids, we got along great. Used to make each other laugh all the time. And whenever I came home from college, it was like you were a stranger. What kind of propaganda did they fill your head with while I was gone?
It was such a long time ago. I don't know if it was anything they said. All I remember was that I didn't like the way you treated them.
What did I do?
Oh, so long ago. There were so many things. What's the point?
Oh, I want to know. Just name one thing.
Well, whenever they had the relatives over for dinner, if more than 5 minutes went by and we weren't at the dinner table yet, you'd stand up, fold your arms, command everybody's attention, and say, "Why are we eating?"
So?
It was rude. Like the world would stop turning so you could eat.
I thought it was funny.
You just wanted to get fed. And then she'd just indulge you. She'd run out to the kitchen and get a plate of food. And the rest of us would just watch you eat.
And you didn't like this.
I thought you were disrespectful, loud, and a jerk.
And that's why we grew apart. That's it, huh? That was nothing. All those years that I've had nothing but contempt for you, at least I had good reasons.
Why would you have contempt for me?
Because you're a wimp. You're boring. You're self-righteous and you whine constantly. You see what I mean? Those are reasons.
You want more reasons? I got more. Hell, after this, I got enough reasons to satisfy anyone.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. That wasn't fair.
You meant it. You don't say things like that if you don't mean it.
Liz, it wasn't fair of me. Maybe you're only this way when you're around me, and I don't really know if you whine constantly because I'm not with you constantly.
Now you must feel a lot better getting this off your chest.
I'm sorry, it's not coming out right. Look, maybe you're right. Maybe I was a jerk.
Maybe you still are.
Don't shock me. So what are you going to do about Pop?
What am I supposed to do?
Liz, he lied to you. He cheated you.
I know.
And he only tried to cheat me. I'm still furious.
He bought me a car when I was 18.
A 10-year-old Dodge with tail fin.
It worked.
And buy a Ferrari and your bonds. That doesn't give you the right to swindle you.
Am I supposed to disown him? Hate him? He's my father.
And I'm your brother. And it hasn't stopped you in my case. Well, how come brother doesn't carry as much weight as the guilt scale as father?
Just what is it that you want?
My ex-wives can't stand me. Never get to see my kids. I'm on the road most of the time covering a sport I hate. Most of my socializing is on airplanes with athletes who barely speak English. I think I hit on women in airports, not so much to get laid, but just for the opportunity to have an American conversation. Still got my big mood swings. I should be in therapy, but I'm never in one city long enough to see a shrink, and they don't travel with you.
No?
No? So? I need somebody I can talk to once in a while.
Friend.
Yes.
You want me to be your friend.
Yes! God damn it.
Well, how am I supposed to know unless you tell me?
I'm telling you!
All those years you never called me. I just figured out you had no use for me.
Well, a lot of the time I didn't.
You don't make it easy. I make a lot of demands on my friends. Are you sure that's what you want?
All right, I'm the same way.
Sometimes I think I need all the friends I can get. Can you do me a favor? As a friend?
Sure.
Can you stay in the house? Can you be nice?
I'll stay in the house.
Can you be nice this time?
I'll stay in the house. Do yourself a favor. When you see Pop, get your money back, okay? And tell him off.
Flight 348, service from Miami to West Palm Beach, now boarding at gate number 8.
Hey, what's Jason like? You know, the only time I ever met him was at your wedding.
I don't think you like him. He's real boring and he whines constantly.
I said I was sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it, okay? I'll be nice.
Blackout, end of Act 1. Act 2, Scene 1. The Ambassador Club Lounge at the West Palm Beach Airport. Mel, Liz, and Jack are seated on couches. It is now a week later.
I didn't realize she had so many friends.
Everybody knew her. They all loved her. And those were just the people we knew in the neighborhood. If we were still living in New York, you'd have really seen the turnout.
You sure you want to go right back to work?
What am I going to stay home for? They need me at the store. I don't just want to sit in an empty house.
I wouldn't either.
Is there anything else of hers you want?
I don't
All
want
I
to.
want is, all I want is her ring. She always wanted me to have it.
You can have anything you want. If you think of anything, you just call me. I'll send it.
Thanks, Bob.
Are you going to be all right?
Me? No, I'm okay.
No, the way you went all to pieces at the cemetery, I never thought you could be that hysterical.
I'm a human being, Pop. She's my mother.
We were all pretty hysterical.
I just want to make sure you're going to be all right. That's all.
I'm fine.
Flight 63 now ready for boarding at gate 7, service from West Palm Beach to Miami and Las Vegas.
She had so much fun when we were in Las Vegas. You should have seen her. She stayed up all night playing the slot machines with her little Dixie cup filled with nickels. She won $38. I've never seen her so happy. I tell you, it was worth everything.
Pop, maybe this isn't a good time to bring this up, but if you want to start seeing other women, I mean, you know, it's all right with me.
Yeah, me too.
No, I'm not ready for that. I can't even think about it.
Well, if you do think about it, I don't want you to worry how we feel. It's your life.
Yeah.
You know, that is so nice of you to say, Lizzie. You were always my little angel. Well, I'm going to go to work. I can't spend any more time sitting around with you kids and crying. You got planes to catch.
We got time, Pop.
That's all right. I told them I was coming in today. They're short-handed. Lizzie, tell Jason I'm glad he could come to the funeral.
I will, Pop.
It's too bad he couldn't stay the whole week.
Hey, you take care of yourself, Pop, okay?
I wish he could have seen her grandchildren more before she died.
Yeah, I wish I could see them more too, Pop. You hear him? Huh? Did you hear him? He couldn't believe that I would cry at my own mother's funeral.
He didn't say that.
That's what he meant. He thinks I didn't care about her.
Well, you kind of took me by surprise, too.
What do you think, it was an act? I loved her. I know I gave her a rough time and she drove me nuts. I mean, you know, we went the full 15 rounds with each other, but that doesn't mean we didn't love each other, that I didn't love her.
No one's saying that.
I mean, you're his little angel. You know that. You know that you're his little angel. You know what that meant, don't you?
He always called me that.
Yeah, but always in front of me, and it always meant the same thing. You're a gift from God, and I can, and I probably will, rot in hell.
Maybe you're reading a little bit into this.
No. That's the way he sees us, and that's the way it's going to be for the rest of our lives. Doesn't matter what happens. No, you can murder him in cold blood. You can stick a gun in his ribs, go bang. This is for 6 lousy pictures of me as a kid, bang. This is for cheating me out of the Bahamas, bang. This is for crummy Dodge with the tail fins. And if those 3 shots don't finish him off, he would look at you and say, it's not your fault, Lizzie. And no good son of mine put you up to it, the rotten kid.
This week has been rough on you, hasn't it?
I don't think I'm rotten. I don't. When I wake up in the morning, I don't say to myself, gee, how can I make people like me even less than they do already?
I guess with some people it just comes naturally.
I thought we declared a ceasefire.
I'm agreeing with you. I don't think you alienate people intentionally. Maybe you can't help it if you're not sensitive to their feelings.
I'm sensitive, damn it. I mean, I wish I wasn't. He thinks I don't know what he's feeling. I do know. He feels that I don't care about him. I've known that for a long time, and it hurts. Trust me, it hurts a lot.
Well, why don't you tell him you care?
Because he's right, I don't. Maybe that's why it hurts.
If you didn't care, it wouldn't hurt.
I don't care and it hurts. I mean, I'd like to care about him, I really would, but somehow I can't. I know I'm supposed to, but I can't.
Don't talk like that.
No, he resents me, and I resent him for resenting me. Oh, David, I don't want to be a slave to what he expects.
Oh, do you think that's what I am?
Oh, it's much worse for you. I don't know, maybe not. Who knows? You seem happier than I am. Maybe you're better off letting other people ruin your life.
No one's running my life. I've always run my own life.
I don't know. Remember when I was flunking out of college? You know why I worked so hard to graduate? Because she wanted me to. It's the only reason, and that was good enough for me.
You got your diploma. They were only doing what they thought was right for you.
In your second year, when you were flunking out, why did you just drop out?
Because I wasn't feeling that kind of pressure to graduate from her or anyone else.
I know. Because you were always engaged. You were already engaged to Jason, and that's why she sent you to college, to meet Jason. Somebody just as acceptable. And if she didn't like him or anyone else you brought home, you'd probably still be in college. But all I kept hearing from her was how wonderful Jason was. So let's face it, she had more than just a little to do with you marrying that guy. I wonder if maybe that's why I got married to Wanda. Mom was crazy about them too. I just didn't get as lucky as you.
Huh? Yeah. Lucky.
You think you cheated on her?
Who?
Pop. You think you ever cheated on Mom?
What makes you bring that up?
I don't know. The thought just came into my head.
You just say whatever comes into your head.
Sometimes. What's the big deal?
It's just not the most tasteful thing to bring up, that's all. Not now, anyway.
All right. So? Do you?
Do I what?
You think you cheated on her?
Oh, I never thought about it.
Really? Really? That never crossed your mind?
It crossed my mind. I just never had a firm opinion.
What about Mom?
What about her?
You think she ever cheated on Pop?
What? Not in a million years. She's only dead a week. Have a little respect, huh?
No, that's what I call a firm opinion.
How can you even have such thoughts?
If I was dead for a week, and my kid wondered if I cheated on his mother or wouldn't consider it respectful, I consider it imaginative. I'm just saying it's a natural thing to wonder about. That's all. It's not the crime of the century, you know?
No. It isn't, is it?
Boy, you were a lot easier to convince than Sandy and Rhonda.
Was it worth it?
What?
Cheating on them.
Worth it? Never thought about it like that. You know, I do it for the sport of it. I was traveling more than a half a year. It's a long time to be alone. I'm not going to see my kids grow up. No, I guess it wasn't worth it, but maybe it would have been worth it if I didn't get caught.
I'm sorry. Maybe this isn't any of my business.
No. It's all right. It's ironic, isn't it? Can't keep a marriage together, and I got kids I never see. You keep a marriage going all these years, but you can't have kids.
I can have kids. It's not me.
Flight 415 service from West Palm Beach to Denver and Seattle, now ready for boarding at Gate 4.
That's me. That was I know.
You were fine.
I don't know how you did it. If it were me, I couldn't have gone the whole week and not bring up Las Vegas. You must be a saint.
I am not. I'm just better than you.
Well, that's not hard. All right, I'll see you.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah. All right.
I wonder if you could help me. I'm booked on a flight to Indianapolis connecting through Miami. Is it possible for me to reroute through, say, Atlanta?
Let's see. Connecting with Atlanta is no problem, but I can't get you to Indianapolis until late tonight. And there are 3 stops. You'd have to change planes in Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
But with
Okay.
okay, but with your ticket, you'll be home by 5. This way, you won't be home until 11.
11.
Make sure
Okay.
you want to do that.
Fine.
But it's an added 6 hours this way.
I can add.
Blackout. Act 2, Scene 2, the Ambassador Club Lounge at the Atlanta airport. As the curtain rises, Liz and Ted enter.
We should have called. If we knew the flight would be delayed, we could have had that room much longer.
Yeah, it's a shame. Have you got your boarding pass?
Have it.
Good. Okay, Liz, what can I say? It was terrific, as always. I'm going to miss you again.
I'm just glad you got the message I left on your machine. I would have felt pretty stupid if I came all the way down to Atlanta and couldn't find you.
It was fate. It was meant to happen. Well, I'm going to go. It was great seeing you again, Liz.
Teddy, I've got some time before my plane leaves. What's your hurry?
Oh, well, you didn't give me much notice today. I had to rearrange my whole schedule to do this.
Is there anything wrong?
Why?
You looked at your watch. You never looked at your watch before.
You want to know what time it is?
You never cared what time it was before. What's the matter?
Nothing.
All the times I came to see you, this is the first time you didn't try to pressure me to leave Jason. You didn't even make a pass at it.
Oh, well, it's always so futile. You always say no.
Well, that doesn't mean a woman doesn't like to hear the words.
Is that all? Oh, okay. Damn it, Liz. You don't want to throw away the rest of your life with some boring clod. Why don't you stay here with me? You probably won't even know you're gone. Do it before it's too late.
Okay.
Is that enough?
No, I mean, okay. I'll stay.
What?
I'll divorce him.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. I'm starting to see things a lot more clearly, and you were right all the time.
Oh. You sure you don't want to think this over?
It's all I ever think about, and I'm finally going to do something about it.
But there are problems here.
Oh, I know there are problems. Don't you think I know? But there's nothing we can't overcome.
There is one thing.
What?
I got engaged last week.
What?
I met this girl a couple of months ago. Her name is Margaret. We're going to be married in February.
Just like that? You're engaged? When I was here last week and you were upset that I wasn't coming back, you were engaged?
No, after I left, you made it sound like we had no future. That's when I decided to get engaged. I wasn't engaged then. What kind of a person do you think I am?
You cheated on me. That's what I think you are.
That is not entirely fair.
You've slept with her, haven't you?
You sleep with Jason.
Oh, it's not the same. When Jason and I sleep together, we just sleep.
Did you really expect me to live like a monk?
You're engaged now. That didn't stop you from renting the hotel room today. So what does that make you?
You made it seem so urgent. I just wanted to make you happy. I've never tried to deceive you.
You just cheated on me.
No, I didn't. I'm not engaged to you. If you want to get technical, I cheated on Margaret.
You are making this up. You're making this whole thing up. You never wanted me to leave Jason. I finally called you on it, and you made up an entire person. Margaret. Ugh.
I always wanted you to leave Jason, and I swear to God, there is a Margaret. Her last name is Carruthers. She's real. She's a cocktail waitress.
You're tossing me over for a cocktail waitress. I didn't mean you were a cocktail. I mean, I'm sure you're very nice.
Margaret is not just a cocktail waitress. She's got ambitions. She's got a few bad breaks, that's all.
What does she want to be?
A local news anchor woman.
Does she have any background in journalism?
You don't need one. You just have to be pretty.
She's a cocktail waitress. Face it.
They almost hired her at Channel 10. It was between her and some Chinese girl. She talks very well. In the meantime, she's just trying to pay the rent. You never had that problem. You went right from college to being a dentist's wife. I'd like to see what you do.
I talk pretty good. Maybe I should be an anchor woman. Maybe I'm not pretty enough. She better looking than me?
No.
Am I better looking?
No, but this isn't about looks. God, you must think I'm pretty shallow.
I was going to do it. I was going to leave him. That's why I came here.
Well, how was I supposed to know?
I knew you wanted to. If you had told me you were seeing someone else, I might have left him then. You wouldn't have had to cheat on me.
I don't deserve this.
What?
This tone of moral indignation. Okay, I cheated on you. I cheated on Margaret. I'm a cheater. I admit it. You cheated on Jason. You're a cheater. We're cheating people. That's what we are. You're no better than I am.
You're right. I'm sorry. I should have left him a long time ago.
You should have.
Teddy, I still will, if you want me to.
You're only making this harder for me.
Do you love me or don't you?
I love you. But I didn't get engaged on the rebound. I love Margaret too. She's terrific.
You love her more than you love me?
Liz, don't do this to yourself.
Tell me.
I love you both about the same. You're both great.
So what is it?
I can be with Margaret and not break up anybody's marriage.
Is that all?
That's a lot.
Breaking up a marriage never bothered you before.
Of course it did. It wasn't easy for me to bring it up the first time. It only got easier when I realized you weren't going to let it happen.
What if I wasn't married?
But you are.
I flew 500 miles and 6 hours out of my way for this. Indulge me. What would you do if I wasn't married?
And everything else was the same?
Yes.
You still live in Indianapolis?
Why would I live in Indianapolis if I weren't married?
I don't know why you live there if you are married.
I live in Atlanta. I'm not married. Everything else is the same.
Well, Liz, I'm sorry.
You still want Miss Ambition?
Margaret.
Whatever. What is it? Why do you want her over me?
It's not just a... No.
What?
I don't think you want to hear it. No, I can't.
Go ahead. Say it.
Well, with Margaret, I don't think I'd ever worry about her cheating on me. I didn't want to say it.
I didn't force it out of you.
Flight 179, service from Atlanta to Nashville, Louisville, and Cincinnati, now boarding at gate 23B.
Liz, I'm sorry.
Good luck with your marriage. I hope you're right about her.
I'll walk you to the gate.
Don't walk me to the gate.
Come on. I'll walk you to the gate.
Don't walk me to the gate.
Blackout. Act 2, Scene 3, the Ambassador Club Lounge at the Cincinnati airport. Liz staggers in, flashes her membership card to the ticket agent, and plots down on the couch. Flight 431 from Cincinnati to Indianapolis, previously announced as delayed, is now ready for boarding at Gate 7. Blackout. Act 2, Scene 4, the Ambassador Club Lounge at the Miami airport. It is now several months later. Jason.
Hello? Jason?
Go ahead, Paul.
As Liz is seated at the end of the couch, I'm waiting for that
Oh,
stage
sorry.
direction.
Liz is seated at the end of the couch. Jason's seated on the other end.
Did you fix my pants? Did you fix my pants?
No.
It's my only good suit. If you want me to fit into it for the wedding, you've got to let out the pants.
You didn't eat like there was no tomorrow. I wouldn't have to let out your pants.
I only eat what you put in front of me. If you didn't make so much, I wouldn't eat so much.
I don't always make so much. And when I make less, you say, why isn't there more? And I end up giving you half of mine. And then I have to fill myself up on cookies, and then I get fat.
It's your father's wedding. I thought you wanted me to look nice. I don't care if I show up in Bermuda shorts.
Fix your pants when I get down there. Pop still has Mom's sewing machine. I'll fix them down there.
Flight 433, service from Miami to Boston, now boarding at gate 7A. You're on mute, Rick.
You're on mute. Richard, you're on mute.
Sugar. Excuse me, lady.
Excuse me? Oh, well, Mel, I wasn't expecting to see you this time. I didn't know which flight you were coming in on.
I know, I didn't know that until the last minute. Then I called Pop to see when you were coming.
Really?
Please. It's all part of my never-ending quest to become a human being.
I'm proud of you.
Jason,
Hi.
running on a little weight.
It's not my fault.
How have you been?
Not the same. My mood swings aren't so severe anymore. Now I just swing back and forth between depression and despondency. It's not fun, but at least it's consistent. How you been?
You should be proud of me too. I'm becoming a lot more assertive over the last few months. I mean, with Pop.
Really?
Remember Mom's ring? The one she wanted me to have?
You were wearing it when we left.
Right. About a month ago, he calls me up. He wants to know if he could have it. And you know what I said to him? I said, Mom wanted me to have it. You should have heard me. You would have loved it.
Good for you. The ring was yours. He had no reason or no right to ask you for it.
I know.
So how come you're not wearing it?
I sent it to him. He was hurt. I felt horrible. He promised me he wouldn't give it away or sell it.
Oh, well, I'm almost depressed. Did you meet this woman that he's marrying?
Yeah. What'd you say to her on the phone?
Why?
Pop said you were rude to her. What'd you say to her?
Well, let's see. He calls me up. He tells me he's met this woman, Stella. Says they're getting married in a couple of months and it would mean a lot to him if I came to the wedding. So I said, that's nice. I'd be delighted, okay? I lied. And then he puts Stella on the phone. She says, this is Stella. I said, hello, Stella. She says, please call me Mom. Say, not if my life depended on it. Maybe that was it.
Well, it's nice to see you're starting off on the right foot.
Yeah,
He's got kids our age.
I know. We're getting a new brother and sister. Like, I need this.
Who knows? We might like him.
I don't want to be here.
You don't want
I
to
don't
be.
want to be here.
I don't blame you. Am I alone, or is this whole thing making you sick too?
He's allowed to have a life for himself.
He hired a band.
He just wants to celebrate. What's wrong with that?
Never been much for protocol, but he was married to Mom for 45 years, and she's been dead for less than a year. They should get married in the dark.
Did you get him his wedding present yet?
Right here. Calls me up. He tells me that all of his friends chipped in to send him on a Mediterranean cruise for their honeymoon. I said, hey, that's real nice of them, Pop. And he casually mentions that he still has to pay for their plane tickets to Europe.
You bought his plane tickets?
No, that's what he wanted me to do. I'm not going to be manipulated like that.
So what did you get him?
I got the membership cards for the Ambassadors Club. I'll get a lot of use out of them. You have
Didn't set you back much, did it?
$75. You think of anything nicer for $75 and laminate it. Where'd you get him?
We got him their plane tickets.
Oh,
Are you a little bit ashamed of yourself?
well,
Jason,
No. I'm going to say it. You make a hell of a lot more money than I do. Why do I have to keep footing all the bills for your family?
I didn't tell you to buy the plane tickets.
I know, and you didn't tell me to pay for the hospital bills either.
You know,
And you didn't tell me to pay for your mother's funeral, but somebody had to. Why did it have to be me?
you paid for my mother's funeral?
Pop said the funeral would wipe him out, so I offered to pay for it. And this time, I asked for the bill.
$1,250, including the adjoining plot.
How did you know?
Because he wanted me to pay for it.
You see what I mean? His own mother's funeral, and he's loaded.
I paid it.
What?
I paid it. I gave him money for Mom's funeral.
When was this?
Day after she died. When did you give him the money?
2 days later.
Oh, yes. Son of a bitch. Did you know that he didn't want to buy the adjoining plot?
No. She wanted him buried next to her. He promised.
He didn't mention it to you?
No.
I guess he saved that one for me. He told me he couldn't afford to get both plots. So I said, all right, I'll pay for the whole thing, all right? It was all right.
Why did he ask me for the money?
I don't know. I'm not a mind reader.
Your father's a crook. Well, he is. He robbed us.
Jason, those hospital bills you paid for never existed. I'm sorry, I figured this is as good a time to say.
Liz, did you know about the hospital bills?
A long time after. I didn't want to aggravate you.
Since when? What the hell am I doing here? He rips me off twice. Is it twice?
Twice that I know about.
He rips me off twice that I know about, and I'm going to his wedding like a putz.
Yeah, hello. I was wondering if you could help me. Is my mom, she's buried in a cemetery. Green, Fay Green. November 19th, last year.
Don't let this ruin our whole weekend.
This isn't right. When people do what your father did to us, they get sent to jail. We're sending them to Europe.
Yeah, that's it. Could you tell me if my father has the adjoining plot? Green, Jack Green. Oh, when? What was that name? Thank you. Thanks very much. 3 weeks ago, Pop sold the adjoining plot. He's not going to be buried alongside her. He's going to spend eternity next to, sorry, hold on. 3 weeks ago, Pop sold the adjoining plot. Not going to be buried alongside. He's going to be spend eternity next to Julio Luis Gonzalez. Who's that hunch?
Excuse me, can I have a drink, please?
What would you like?
I don't care.
What a double vodkas all around, huh? What's got me this far?
3 double vodkas.
I don't want anything.
2 double vodkas.
No.
Please hurry. It's an emergency.
I'll be right back.
I'm not positive, but I think if we start drinking from this moment, from the moment we get to the reception and don't stop until it's over, we'll be able to get through the evening.
I hope you're right.
That'll be easy. We'll have lots of excuses. There'll be toasts.
You're still going?
Huh?
You know all this about your father and you're still going to his wedding like nothing's happened? Why are you even speaking to him?
I don't know.
He's our father.
It's his wedding. We're supposed to go. I guess I'm used to it.
Well, he's not my father. I'm not used to it, and I'm not going.
You're not serious.
You want to see serious? I'll show you serious. Excuse me. When's the next flight to Indianapolis?
There's one leaving in about 20 minutes.
You hear that, Liz? 20 minutes.
Mason, what are you doing?
I'm leaving, and if you had any sense, you'd come with me. Is there space?
How many traveling, sir?
How many traveling, Liz?
I'm going to the wedding. What am I supposed to tell him?
I don't care. I'm angry, damn it. I'm not going down there just to pretend everything is all right. Tell him he's lucky. He's lucky I haven't pressed charges.
The flight's ready for boarding. It's gate 9C.
Thank you. Liz, give me the tickets.
You just got your ticket. I need mine to get home.
Not those tickets. The tickets to Europe. I'm getting a refund.
But I didn't get him anything else.
And you're not going to. Now give me the tickets. Thank you. I'll see you when you get back. And if I find out that you got him something else, I'll cut up your credit cards. Again. Have a good time.
Jason!
Again?
Flight 601 service from Miami to Indianapolis, now boarding at gate 9C.
2 double vodkas.
Thank you. It changed.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me. Ever get to Seattle?
No, never been there.
It's very very wet.
It's wet.
Well, at least I don't have to let out his pants now. He's left. Guess I can't blame him.
Flight 72 service from Miami to West Palm Beach, now boarding at gate 18C.
Let's see why we going. Yeah, I remember. I want to get my money back.
You are not going to make a scene at the wedding.
Not?
No, it's only money. It's not worth embarrassing yourself in public. Let's be better people than that.
You make me so ashamed of myself. You make me ashamed of myself. All right. I won't make a scene.
Let's just get it over with. Can't be as bad as we imagine. By this time tomorrow, it'll all be over. Oh, what am I supposed to do? He's going to expect a gift.
And Pop, we want halvesies on the membership cards.
Would you?
Blackout. Act 2, Scene 5. The Ambassador Club lounge at the West Palm Beach Airport. It is later that night. Mel and Liz are seated on a couch with drinks in front of them, staring into space.
You know what my favorite part of the evening was?
Was it the 9th time that he had Pop pay the band leader to play Love is Lovelier the second time around?
Their song. That's what he called it. It's like he was saying to me in front of all those people, I love this woman more than I've ever loved your mother. Think I'm making too much of it?
No, but don't count on me for. You know what my favorite part was?
When they never introduced us to their kids?
No. Well, that was pretty good. That wasn't my favorite part. My favorite part was how there was no liquor. I couldn't even obliterate the evening from my mind until now.
I'll drink to that. Why did I stay so long? We didn't leave until most of the other guests had already left. Why did we do that?
I don't know, maybe we were waiting to be introduced to our kids.
No, it wasn't that. I know why I stayed. I stayed because I was supposed to, because it was the polite thing to do, even though he treated us like shit the whole evening. I didn't want to be rude. What the hell's the matter with me?
I don't know.
You know something? All night I've been trying to remember, when I was growing up, trying to remember what he was like. It's mostly a blur. It's like he was there, but he didn't do anything.
I know that blur.
He never showed any concern about me, and I thought it was my fault. I don't have one pleasant memory of him, all those years. You know what there was between him and me? Nothing. There was nothing. All dressed up to look like something, but it was nothing. Why didn't I notice it before?
You know, it's not the kind of thing you want to notice.
I'm not going to visit him in the hospital anymore. I don't care whose father he is, and I don't care what disease he has. This was the last time. I don't want to look at this place again.
Maybe Jason had the right idea.
Jason never had the right idea.
Oh?
If I had the guts, I'd leave him. All I need is a push.
Jack and Stella enter.
Oh, hang on a second. Wait a second. Airport's so noisy. Right this way, sweetheart.
I'm right behind you, Tiger. Hello, you two.
Look at us. We're actually using your wedding gift.
Nice, Pop.
We got a little time before our plane leaves.
I just came from TWA. I picked up the tickets. I didn't think I'd have to do it the last minute. I guess I was hoping maybe somebody might get them for our wedding present.
Well, it's a lot to hope for, Pop.
As it turns out, you're right.
Liz, it's too bad I didn't get a chance to meet your husband.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Too bad. You'd like him.
I hope you had a nice time at the reception.
Oh, yeah. It was very nice, very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
We were so pleased that you came all this way just to be a part of it. Weren't we, Jackie?
He travels all the time. It's no big deal to him.
Look at the ring.
Oh, you noticed the ring. She noticed the ring. Isn't it beautiful? Your father bought it for me. Wasn't that sweet?
She's wearing the ring. Mom's ring.
Yep. Mom's ring.
It is.
Anyone for a highball?
Pop,
What?
you promised.
What?
You promised You wouldn't give it to anybody.
Lizzie, Stella isn't just anybody. She's my wife. What's mine is hers.
It's not hers. It's not yours. It's mine.
It is?
It was yours, then you gave it to me.
After you promised you wouldn't give it to anybody.
I told you Stella isn't just anybody. She's my wife.
Why did you do this?
Well, if I didn't, I would only be sitting in a drawer gathering dust.
Wait a minute. This is your mother's ring?
Yes. How do you feel about this?
Honored?
I wanted to give you something nice. I couldn't afford to buy her anything like this.
Congratulations. You gave it to the last person in the world that Mom would have wanted to have it.
How do you know?
Because she told me. She knew she was dying, and she told me.
She didn't even know Stella. I didn't even know Stella then.
Well, just barely.
She didn't mean Stella specifically. She meant she didn't want you giving your next wife her jewelry. It was important to her.
Lizzie, it doesn't matter what she wants anymore. Lizzie, she's dead. You've got to accept it. You have to get used to it. I'm sorry you have to see this.
I know she's dead. You don't give me credit for anything, do you?
Lizzie.
Don't Lizzie me. She wanted that ring to stay in the family and not end up with some stranger's children.
They're not some stranger's children. They're my stepchildren. They're your stepbrother and stepsister.
Does that make them important?
They're important to me.
Then why weren't we introduced to them?
What are you talking about?
You never introduced us to a new brother and sister.
Sure we did.
When? I don't even know what they look like.
Well, we meant to. We just got caught up in the excitement of the wedding, that's all. Don't worry, you'll meet them.
Who gives a shit about them? This isn't about them. It's about being ignored. It's about how unimportant we are to you. It's about us getting ripped off.
She's not always like this. She's in a mood.
You are slime.
What did you say?
You heard me. You're slime. Why did you make me pay for Mom's funeral?
I'm your father. Don't talk to me like this.
Why did you make me do it?
I didn't make you do anything. You offered.
You already got the money from Mel.
Right. I was really strapped for cash. If I'd asked you for some help, would you have given it to me?
Of course. You don't have to lie to me.
I didn't want to ask for a handout. I was just trying to save myself a little embarrassment. A lot of good that did me. You would have given me the money anyway, so what harm was there? The funeral was a convenient excuse, that's all.
Just like your hospital bills were a convenient excuse so I could pay for your trip to Las Vegas.
I won it in a raffle.
Oh, come off it.
All right. We went to Las Vegas, and your mother had the time of her life. When she was alive, and it mattered, obviously. It wasn't important enough to you that she have a good time. Now she's dead, and she can't feel anything. And all of a sudden, you're worried that she won't be happy because you don't have her ring. Well, it's a little too late, if you ask me.
Wow, that was great. They gave an Academy Award for the best rationalization by a slime. You'd get every vote.
Look, I don't want your mother's ring.
Sit down. Sweetheart.
Just what the hell are you, anyway? And what do you think I owe you? Come on, let's settle this score. Let's balance the books. What do I owe you?
You don't owe me anything. I'm only your father. If you don't want to do anything for me, that's your business.
It doesn't wash anymore, Pop. You lie, you steal, you break promises as easy as to break eggs. You got Mom buried next to some guy named
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. If I don't want to do anything for you, and I don't, then it's because you make me feel that way. Stop trying to make me feel like it's my fault.
You do owe me something.
Fine, let's hear it. What do you think I owe you?
I'm your father. You're supposed to love me. You're supposed to respect me. That's what you owe me.
When I was a child and I was smaller than you and depended on you, you had my respect. Now we're both the same size. Now you've got to earn it. You don't love and respect anyone, even your father, because you're supposed to. You do it because he gives you a reason to. I shouldn't be telling you this. You should be telling me this. Why don't you know it? Why is love and respect only translated into what I can do for you?
And someday you'll be sorry you said all these things.
Jackie, we're going to be late for our flight. I think we should.
Well, this was a nice way to send us off on a honeymoon. Thank you very much.
I want the ring back.
Sure, sweetheart. Here, take the ring.
No! I gave you the ring. It's yours. I paid for it.
Maybe we should argue about this later.
Philip, do you really want something that my mother didn't want you to have?
No, absolutely not.
She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's going off the deep end. She can't accept the fact that I got married again. That's all it is.
It belongs to me.
Hold it. Now look, sweetheart, I didn't know your mother, but I do know your father, and I love him, and he wants me to have the ring. I mean, maybe you should talk about this some other time, you know, when you're feeling better.
I want the ring. Do you hear me? Give me the ring.
Jackie!
Give me the ring!
Lizzie, stop it right now. That's your mother. You don't wrestle with your mother.
Don't you tell me who my mother is. Sorry, nothing personal.
Are you all right?
Just a little out of breath, that's all.
Look, it's only a ring. It doesn't mean anything. I'll buy another one, okay?
No, no ring, Jackie. A bracelet maybe, but no ring.
You know, she's not always like this. She's really very sweet. It's him. He put her up to it. I just hope you're proud of yourself, you rotten kid.
And he seems so nice and quiet.
Flight 336 service to Atlanta, now boarding at gate 16.
Jason? Hello. Mel, hang on a minute. As long as you're in the mood, you said you wanted to push.
Jason, I won't be home tonight. Reno, get a lawyer.
All right. Scratch Wimp.
Mel follows her out. Blackout. The end.